BBN Jack Frost, what's up, party people? My apologies. The screen, I don't know what happened, but I stepped out for a minute and then I came back and the screen was black. That should have been looping. I should have had a little bit more time. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a beautiful day. I decided today we got a lot going on in the world. And I think that we need to start talking about the agenda of the people that the agenda I want the people in this community to have. And the agenda that we should have is putting our newfound motivations and skills that we've acquired from the last season into application this year. I said season. That's literally how I think, though. I be thinking of years and seasons. Sports guy. So how we could be putting the skills that we've already acquired into application. That's what we need to be doing this year. That's the 2020. That's what we're doing in 2020. We applying. Yo, could we get some coffee cups up in here? If we got anybody that's members, could we get some coffee cups up in here? We could get some of them BBN mugs. That's what we need to start doing. We need to start putting what we learned and what we acquired over the previous previous year and the years before. We need to start putting that in application. We need to stop waiting until next year, because I'm going to tell you what people do. People wait until it's like, okay, you talking all the good stuff now, right? Then spring hit, everything skip your mind. Then summer hit, everybody go out and have a good time. And then fall come and everybody is trying to get back into school and all that other stuff. And then winter come and then you realize the whole year went past and all of the things that you could have done that you didn't. So if it's that business you want to open up, let's do it. If it's that song you want to write, let's do it. If it's that movie that you want to make, let's do it. Let's start putting our skills and the knowledge and everything that we've learned over the course of our life into application. Let's start doing that. That's what we need to start doing. I got a couple of things I want to talk about today. We are going to talk about applying our greatness. You understand what I'm saying? Like, all of us got greatness in us. Don't get this confused. Don't let nobody trick you. Don't let nobody trick you into thinking that you are not enough. I'm telling you, you are enough. Don't let people trick you into thinking that you're not. Liberty said, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. There was a thing that Wallow said. Shout out to Wallow. I think it's 267. I'm not 100% sure. But shout out to Wallow from Wallow in Gilly the King. So shout out to Wallow, shout out to Gilly the King also. But Wallow they was doing an interview the other day and they were speaking, and Wallow said something, and he said there's a difference between a hustler and a drug seller. And I've heard this before, but I'm giving him credit for this because he brought it back into the forefront of my thoughts. He said there's a difference between a hustler and a drug dealer. He said, yo, look, a drug dealer is not a hustler. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you're a drug dealer, you are not a hustler. No disrespect. Well, stop dealing drugs. But the point being, is this. The point being is this, right? I'm gonna explain. Drugs sell themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if somebody wants to smoke crack, they're gonna go find somebody that sell crack. If somebody wanna do dope, they're gonna go find the dope. They don't care who's selling them the dope as long as they get the dope. Drugs sell themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Whereas when you a hustler, you bringing something to somebody that they might not even know that they need it. You understand what I'm saying? When you a hustler, often you putting people on to things that they didn't even know existed. So there's a difference between a hustler and a drug dealer. And just because somebody's a hustler, that don't mean they're getting over on you. Just so we could be clear, I think hustler gets a negative connotation too often. But basically, all a hustler is somebody that's going to go out there and work. That's it. They see something and they're going to work to make it happen. Every single YouTube content creator that is successful is a hustler. Don't get this confused, because that's they hustle. You understand what I'm saying? Every single IG person that makes it, they a hustler. Don't get confused on this. Anyway, let's do morning roll call first this time. What up, Big June? How you doing this morning, Big June? Big June says, good morning, Jack and the BBN fam. What up, SC? Haven't seen you in a while, homie. Where you been? All right. Good morning to all. Have a blessed day. Definitely. You too, my brother. What up, Black Wolf 7 Malik? He says, top of the morning. What up, John Soto? DTSN. pardon me, DSTN. What up, William Somerville? Haven't seen you in a while. You been in and out, or you just been lurking? I don't know. What up, Naj Sings? What up, Naj Sings? What up, Tyree Lynch? Rio Martinez. Rio says, good morning, blessings to all. Hit the like on the way in. It's free and appreciated. Let's get it. What up, Bronx Bombers? What up, Brian Spikes Hopkins? Top of the morning to everybody. LB23, Oakland, California. Salute. Shout out to the Bay. What up, James S? Salute to James S. Everybody give James S a salute. James S is working really hard on trying to become a mod, and I do not want any new mods for numerous different reasons, but we might have to make a new criteria for the people who are such strong supporters of the channel. We need to make a new thing. I think I'm gonna make a new thing. We have to figure something out to allow y'all guys to have more input and things like that into what we talk about. For everybody that don't know, not all of my mods, but there's a group of mods that I do have that we usually discuss what we're gonna do on the channel. You understand what I'm saying? So definitely appreciate you, James S. What up, Brian Spike Hopkins? I think I said your name already, but I loved all of the mugs you put up, so I said it twice. What up, Black Cuddy? Who else we got up in here? Deshaun Ragsdale, Liberty Hazelton. Who else we got up in here? Angel Crispin, Young Earl. Young Earl says, Jack Frost, good morning, bro. Peace and love. That's a fact. Peace and love to all. What up, Prince to Amir? Shout out to the homie. You feel me? Who else we got up in here? Home Team Network Live Sports. Shout out to Home Team Network Live Sports. It's like 3 Home Team Networks subscribed over here. I don't know if y'all all the same person. What up, what up, Lala, Catherine? How you doing this morning? Liberty Hazelton said, bag fingers swerve first 100 original. That's a fact, yo. All right, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Hold on. What up, Deontay? Deontay. What up, Deontay Watts? You still, you know what, Deontay? You back. How about that? What up, Kenneth O'Leary? What up, TZ4 Sheezy? How you doing? What up, Cool Wise? Who else we got up in here this morning? Omar Almazar. Haven't seen you in a couple of days, my brother. Happy to see you back. What up, Julius East Harlem? Easy living for me. What up, Bree? Bree is not feeling well, so could we all drop some bags for Bree? Because Bree's not feeling well, so could everybody drop a couple of bags for Bree? And could we also hit that like button so we can send out more notifications? But Bree's not feeling well. Please drop some bags for Bree. We want her to get better. We want to hit the thing that's she not feeling well, that's making her not feel well. We want to hit them shits with all its bags. What up, Brad? A couple of things before we get all the way into the show. So give me a second. Just bear with me. Couple of things. First, if y'all notice on the lower right hand side of the screen, I think that's y'all lower right hand side of the screen. Lower right hand side of the screen for morning coffee, we have changed the graphics. One thing that we're gonna have scrolling up there from now on is the BBN gang members. BBN members just in general. But it's small and tiny, so I'm gonna figure out a way to make that a little bit better so it could be bigger and everybody can see the names. Also, in addition to that, we have the morning coffee awards, and from now on, I think I'm gonna put the morning coffee awards on the bottom right there so people could see. Because I want to show more. How do you say? Appreciation to the individuals that come and donate to this channel. I mean, y'all, I know y'all can see the June 13th, but can y'all see the, oh, well, I was hitting the wrong screen. What the hell? How did that happen? How do I get out of this? Hold on. Okay, there we go. Oh, man. Okay. Maybe move it up a little, and then I'll be able to see the thing. We'll see what happens. Why don't we move this down? Bear with me 1 second. 1 second. I'm just trying to fix something. Yeah, I don't want the Cash App on the bottom. That don't make sense. All right, we're gonna move this to the bottom. My fault, y'all. Give me 1 second. I was looking at this just briefly before we started. I do not like the way it went. All right, there you go. Everybody asks me what the IG is anyway, so that works. All right, so a couple of things we're gonna talk about today. One of the things we're gonna talk about actually is applying ourselves, and uh usually whenever somebody talks about how we're gonna apply ourselves, we always also talk about avoiding distractions. Avoiding distraction is the most important aspect of being able to apply yourself. I'm gonna explain real quick. Often, and I'm still gonna read off the Morning Coffee Awards. Give me a minute. Often, what happens is we get not distracted, but we get uh we lose our motivation. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you might be somebody that's motivated and you're trying to do something, but since the thing that you're trying to do, you got so many obstacles inside of you in your way. Often, sometimes we can become not it could mess with our motivation. You understand what I'm saying? So what we need to do is we need to first thing we need to do is be able to recognize a distraction. Another thing we need to be able to do is we need to be able to plan to get around that distraction, because at the end of the day the distraction ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. You got people, right, that, let's say you open up a pizza place, right? You black guy, you be like, yo, I'm gonna open up a pizza place. They're like, yo, black people don't own pizza places. The only black person I ever seen own a pizza place was the dude in The Last Dragon. That was crazy. The guy in The Last Dragon was a black dude that owned a pizza place. I mean, whatever. Anyway, point being. So you go to get ready to open up your pizza place. You're telling people that you want to open up a pizza spot, right? Because you make the best pizza. You probably really do make some really good pizza. What's going to happen is you're going to have a ton of people that's going to tell you all the ways that it's not going to work. You're going to have a ton of people that's not going to believe in you. You're going to have a ton of people that's not going to be there. That's okay. That's not a problem. It's okay if a person don't believe in you. It's okay if a person doesn't help you. The only thing that's not okay is when a person tries to hinder you. You get it? I'm going to say that again. It's okay when a person doesn't believe in you. It's okay when a person doesn't try to help you. That's okay. The only actual problem is when a person attempts to hinder you, when a person attempts to hold back you from being successful. That's the issue. That's the problem. Well, I mean, there's a lot of black-owned spots in Atlanta, pizza spot. I don't know. I mean, I'm in the Bronx, yo. I was just making a joke because when The Last Dragon came out, like, there was no black pizza places. What up, Mikey Greenhouse? When The Last Dragon came out, there wasn't no black pizza places. I mean, now in Atlanta, I mean, shit, damn near the only thing that live in Atlanta is black people. I'm just saying. How many people in Atlanta ain't black? 6? Yeah, shout out to The Last Dragon. That's a whole fact. Um, let's read off. Anybody that hasn't seen The Last Dragon, see it. Don't see it as thinking it's cinematic. Masterpiece, but look at it as what it is. It's a cult classic and it's a good movie. All right, respect that movie. Um, I want to give a shout out. We want to give a shout out to everybody that donated to the channel last night on the Tonight Show. So shout out to the Gamers Rig for the $5 drive. Shout out to Zoe G for the $5 drive. Shout out to Mr. Dap for the $10 drive. And also shout out to Mr. Dap for the $40 donation on PayPal. And I think that's it. I haven't seen any Jamaican pizza spots. Tell me that. Tell me where one is at. Just tell me where one is at. Just one. And shout out to Jay Moore for the $3 drive. Tell me where one Jamaican pizza place is at in the Bronx. It's probably like on 200 and something. Am I lying? Gun Hill Road. What did I say? What did I say? Are you talking about the one? Is you talking about the one like it's like across the street from like a not a GNC a CVS or some shit? It's next to the school. You talking about that one? It's next to, I don't know what school that is. Monroe, Morris. I don't know. It's not Morris. I don't know what school that is. Just direct your pizza to Getty Green's Pizza. Is that the shit from? Is that from the movie? Across from the Chase Bank. All right, all right. I don't know where that's at. I don't. What Chase Bank is on Gun Hill? Across from the Chase Bank on Gun Hill Road. You talking about that's a church and a gas station? That's a church and a gas station across the street from Gun Hill Road, going down towards Co-op City, like that hill that's going down towards Co-op City. That's a gas station in a church by the 5 train. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What are you talking about? I know what I'm talking about. There's a church across the street. There's a there's a church. There's a little like triangle walking thing. Then there's the street going down towards Co-op City, and then right there, there's a and then I got somebody on Gun Hill Road right now. My landlord is upstairs. I think he's trying to be loud. I think he gets upset because he thinks I'm supposed to do my he thinks I'm supposed to do my lives talking like this. Like when I do my lives, my landlord thinks I should be talking like this when I'm doing my lives. But I don't talk like that. I talk like this. So he's upset because he thinks I'm supposed to be whispering when I do my lives. Like I have so many people that hate me. This shit is retarded. Hold on. Let me call somebody on Gun Hill Road right now. I think you're right. I'm curious as to where it's at. That's all. Just so we can be clear. What in the hell? I think you're right.
This is John Brown.
What in the hell? I just got something. I'll show you what it is real quick. It says, oh, that's right. I was trying to call my brother, but he in DR right now. I just asked him. All right, hold on. So let me read y'all what I just got. I just got this. Salute to the homie. It says, to the family and friends of Al Jemiah Mack, greetings. In an effort to achieve a fair, lenient sentence, we are asking Al Jemiah's family, friends, and acquaintances, those who know his background best, to prepare letters stating the high regard in which Al Jemiah Mack is held in the family, community, and by those who know him well. Your letters should identify who you are and the nature of your relationship with Al Jemiah, how and where you are employed, how long you have known Al Jemiah, and the circumstances of how and the circumstances of how you have come to know him. For example, you may be a relative, friend, neighbor, classmate, or employment associate of Al Jemiah. Or you may know him from religious, spiritual activities, from school, from work, from sports, etc. It would be most helpful if your letter reveals in detail, specifically, why you and others hold Al Jamaya in high esteem. If you can recall any particular incident or event that reveals Al Jamaya's good character, do not hesitate to describe it, no matter how insignificant it may seem to you now. Often, it is just seemingly minor incidents, i.g., example, being a devoted and loving son, sibling, or father, helping you or your child when you need it, assisting at work, participating in community, family, school, or sporting offense or religious affairs that capture the true character of a person. You should avoid, however, merely writing your unsupported conclusion that Al Jamaya is a good person without giving any reason why you think so. It is additionally important that your letter convey that despite your knowledge of the verdict against Al Jamaya, you continue to hold him in high regard. Your letter does not have to be long, nor should you worry that your letter is too long. It need not be typewritten as long as you write clearly. You only on one side and only on one side of the page. However, many pages however many pages you choose to write. This is important that it is written sincerely and truthfully. There's an address, and I'm gonna put this address and everything up. Let me ask this person first. Uh, there's a couple of things I want to say about this letter that I just wrote. Um, letter that I just wrote. Letter that I just read. There's a couple of things that I want to say. Right. One of the main things. You know what? Why don't I just move this over here? I'm not doing nothing with this space. Um, I met Nuke Aljamain Mac. I met him once, right? And I mean, we didn't have some kind of super yeah, but um, I got good vibes from the dude. At the end of the day, we got to start remembering. Okay, so if anybody wants to write letters, what you can do is forward it. I'm gonna talk about it more on the Tonight Show tonight. I want to talk to a couple of people first to make sure that I'm not doing anything that could hurt this man's situation. So I'm gonna ask a couple of questions today, and if possible, tonight on the Tonight Show, what I am gonna do is anybody like not everybody might know, but obviously you have to know who he is. I mean, unless we're just gonna send the judge a million letters that say BBN supports Matt. Um, my brother, who actually works on Gun Hill Road, says, I don't know. I never heard of Jamaican pizza. So whoever was talking about a Jamaican pizza place, no. They was like, don't know, never heard of it. Who got their own emoji? Who got their own emoji? What up, Nitro? I ain't seen you in a minute, Nitro. What up, Nitro? That's why I don't want to just put the information up there, Brad Hauser, to where to send it, because you don't know what somebody might do to try to hurt that man. You understand what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I got my own emojis. That's a whole fact. But you got to be a member to use them. That's a whole fact. So you got to be a member of the channel to use the emojis. That's a whole fact. Um. So we'll see what we could do send them to the lawyer. I'll have the lawyer's email address or where if anybody want to write anything. But at the end of the day, they need people that know Mac. So I don't know how. I guess people could just send like letters of support. You know what I'm saying? Like if a couple hundred of us sent letters of just support, maybe, that could be something positive that could happen for 'em. But they specifically says in the letter that you have to actually have actual situations. Um, what's up, Illusion? I didn't even see you. I was busy reading. What up? There ain't no Jamaican pizza spots, man. Stop it. Ain't no Jamaican pizza spots. Talk about. um, not that much. We just talking about just other shit today. We talking about applying greatness for the most part, and then some nuke news came in. So I guess we could talk a little bit of Treyway since it came up. First of all, I want to say my best wishes and my best regards go to all of those guys, especially the ones that I actually have spoken to and met. Hey, what up, Backlit Bit Bookies? What up? You got a 2.0? Says, what up, party people? All right, so yeah, so apparently you're all great people and you're all great. I don't know if you're trying to say that mockingly, but you got a 2.0, so we're gonna let you rock for a little while. We're gonna take that as not as bullshit. Good morning, world famous. Free the guys. Don't let nobody rot. I don't want 6ix9ine to rot either. What the hell? You know who should be rotting? Let's let CEO Chris rot. How about that? Let CEO Chris rot and let everybody else not rot. Everybody free everybody else. Let CEO Chris rot. How about that? We ain't doing that. CEO Chris, he's the one that brought all the feds to the table. Why people keep forgetting that? CEO Chris brought all the feds to the table. See, I'm gonna tell you what CEO Chris is. You ever been playing like a video game, right? You playing a video game. I'm tell you who CEO Chris is. You ever been playing a video game, right? And you like in one of them open world video games, like let's say Red Dead Redemption. So you playing Red Dead Redemption, right? And you somewhere shooting it out with your own problems. And then you got some weirdo come with all of the ads to where you at and lead all of the ads to you and get you caught up in his shenanigans. That's what CEO Chris did. What up, Wildcat? Wildcat said, Fro, stop in the morning. This is the real Wildcat. Salute to the chat. If you go to the pizza spot on Fordham in Jerome next to King's Donuts, they have jerk chicken pizza. You can actually ask them for it. You know what? Why don't we might go there today. Wait, what's the temperature? Let me fix the time on this watch. Yeah, it's Chris with a K. Yeah, playing Red Dead Redemption 2 online, and you somewhere, and you doing your thing, bang, 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 bang. You doing your thing, right? Bang, bang. You doing your thing, and then some random come by, run past you, and bring all the ads and get you killed. That's what CEO Chris did. CEO Chris brought all the ads to CEO Chris brought all the ads to Treyway. I better stay woke, man. That's how they get us. Just so some real shit, I'm gonna explain how they get us. They got people like CEO Chris working for them, and CEO Chris been working in the city already. Got like 2-3 different groups of individuals busted already. Now I'm not mad at him, right? I'm not mad at the pardon me. I'm not mad at the police for doing their job, right? The problem I have is this: if you send that dude in there knowing damn well that you're just gonna wait for him to do some illegal stuff, then you gonna pop up and act like y'all he wasn't working for y'all before. That's effed up. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, how is he getting 2 and 3 groups arrested? Obviously, you've been an informant. Obviously, you've been working with the feds. You feel me? So the feds can't now come say, well, you know, they was doing some, he didn't sell no drugs while he was working with us. He was working with you before when he was putting the drugs on the street. You understand what I'm saying? That's my issue. That's my issue. That's my issue. The feds or the government allowing drugs to be put on the street just so they can catch people who would probably not even have the drugs to sell in the first place if your freaking informant didn't give it to them. He was the plug. If you ask CEO Chris, he's doing community outreach. Exactly. He was the plug. If CEO Chris wasn't bringing the drugs in, there's a good chance so much less drugs to be on that street. I'm going to say this much, right? Any of y'all ever been to Philly? Shout out to Philly. I love Philly. But any of y'all ever been to Philly? When you go to Philly, they got so many, like, I can't even explain. Like, it's so many people that got drug problems just out there on the street. I was out there, I seen like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds on that dope, strung out begging for money. 19-year-olds, 20. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, these are just kids. And they out here begging for money. And you can tell they dope fiends. Shit like that happens when the government wants to catch some drug dealers, so they allow for you to move drugs into the area. That's when shit like that happens. It destroys entire communities. That's my issue. It's destroying entire community. Why is my? I gotta go get I gotta shave. I don't know what the hell's going on with this shit over here. I don't even want a beard. I just don't like. I don't care if I'm shaving this shit. Yeah, so that's my issue. That's what CEO Chris did. You understand what I'm saying? You don't understand how much drugs would not be on the street if the feds wasn't trying to catch people. So many drugs would not be on the street if the feds were not trying to catch people, but the feds are trying to catch people. So there's a ton of drugs on the street because that's the only way that they could get people caught up. So they're going to let you put mad drugs into your community a year, 2 years, 3 years in order for them to get everybody so they can round everybody up. But over those 2, 3 years, how many families is getting destroyed? How many families are getting destroyed? Entire families. That's a fact, illusion. They've been doing that for years. Yo, check this out. When I got people from Philly saying, pardon me, from Chicago saying, yo, the police just pull up. It'd be a truck of guns and they'll just leave it and go bounce and everybody just come and just snatch weapons. Wildcat says also on Gun Hill Road coming off the 5 train, there's a pizzeria that has jerk chicken pizza. It wasn't all that because the mix ain't right. All right, but I don't think is that Jamaican selling it? That's the question. Yeah, so that's my issue. I think sometimes when I'm trying to explain what my issue is with this particular case, I think sometimes I get lost. I don't think I'm always. Maybe I need to make myself a little bit more clear. I don't know, but my issue isn't that I want drugs off the street. Let's just be clear this. I want drugs off the street, right? Um I don't necessarily want everybody getting locked up because I understand that a lot of people are selling drugs because of a lack of resources, because of a lack of opportunity. Um I'm aware of this. I think a lot of people are not aware of this, and a lot of people don't get this. They don't understand that because of the lack of opportunity. Why don't I flip those two? I'm gonna flip these two. Hold on. I know there's a lack of opportunity, and because of the lack of opportunity, what's actually happening is people often feel like they don't have no choice but to do illegal things in order to feed their family. You feel me? There's a lack of opportunity. There's a lack of jobs. Um, I'm gonna tell you what is one of the things that absolutely kills me. Right? I'm gonna tell you what absolutely kills me, and what just I'm not gonna say like it just upsets me. Right? They keep building new houses. I live in the Bronx. They keep building new apartment buildings in the Bronx. We need to bring jobs to the Bronx. I know a person that works in the Bronx, right? And they live in Brooklyn. And it takes them so long to get to and from work that they spend about 2 hours out of their day, 2 to 3 hours out of their day going to and from work. They got kids. And they spend 2 to 3 hours a day going to and from work. Which at work, they also spending 8 hours there. What kind of time do they got to be at home to spend with their kids? So we got a job issue. People keep saying there's a homeless problem. Yeah, there's a homeless problem because there's a job problem. There's not a homeless problem because there's a lack of apartments. There's not a lack of. You know how many there's buildings in New York City that have been finished and nobody's moved into yet. There's buildings in New York City that have been finished. Nobody moved into yet. There's a lack of jobs. That's the problem. That's why I keep trying to explain to people that I'm sorry to tell you, but there's gonna watch next year, there's gonna be like 30% more people working from home than the year prior. Um Barclay Bit Bookie says, I stayed in Philly for a little while. The amount of people you see stuck in place off of that wet PCP is sad. Needles everywhere. Kensington is destroyed. Yo, look. This is okay. So 6ix9ine snitched. I was in the courtroom. I'm not talking about 6ix9ine talking about what happened with him and Hov, uh, that Hov got convicted for with the kidnapping. I don't consider that snitching. So I'm not talking about that. 6ix9ine did say, I believe he alluded to that Hov cut that other kid in the face, cut the kid in the face. That Hov also got in trouble for that. 6ix9ine also spoke about different crimes that had been committed in Treyway. So 6ix9ine snitched. I'm not trying to say 6ix9ine didn't snitch. I just want to make this clear. 6ix9ine talked about one shooting that I heard didn't even happen. I don't know if it happened. I'm telling you that I heard it didn't even happen. Just so we can be clear. It was a no, the shooting happened. It wasn't shoddy. All right. So there's a shooting. I'll tell you what shooting it was. It was a shooting that allegedly, no, the shooting actually happened. It was a shooting that happened when somebody was shooting into a Sprinter van that supposedly had Trippy Red or this other guy in it. I forgot the other guy's name. So it supposedly had them in the van, and allegedly, Shoddy was the one that was shooting into the vehicle. I spoke with somebody. They said Shoddy, they didn't do that. The person I spoke to, they've been claiming everything that they did while talking to me. Like this stuff I haven't even really spoken about but the point is that they've been claiming things. What? Not that I'm not talking about nothing that people already don't know. You understand what I'm saying? So they they were busy. They've been honest with me. Is my point. They had no reason at all to contact me and tell me that Shotty didn't do that shooting. They contacted me and told me Shotty didn't do that shooting. I believe them. G's up in here. What up, G's up? I didn't see him. What up, G's up? Good morning. They contacted me and told me that Shotty didn't do that shooting. They explained to me that not only didn't Shotty do that shooting, Treyway didn't do that shooting. That shooting was some whole other dudes. First of all, thank you for not telling me who the other dudes was. I don't want to know. Yet. I don't want to know. Because if the cops ain't looking for them, I don't want to accidentally tell on the nigga. So part of my language. So I don't even want to know. Keep that to yourself for now. But if it comes up, yeah. Anyway, 6ix9ine told on that and Shotty didn't even do it. Allegedly. Allegedly. So I'm not saying 6ix9ine didn't snitch. What I'm saying is that in my regard, in my opinion, what CEO Chris did is leaps and bounds worse than what 6ix9ine did. Because realistically speaking, if 6ix9ine isn't kidnapped, and if 6ix9ine doesn't believe that his baby mama was sleeping with Shotty, this is a whole different situation. Do you understand what I'm saying? If 6ix9ine doesn't believe that his baby moms is sleeping with Shotty, and if 6ix9ine isn't kidnapped, that's two things. There's a good chance that it don't end the way that it ended. But as far as with CEO Chris, he was always gonna tell. No, Snow Billy was lying. Snow Billy did not get shot by 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine had nothing to do with Snow Billy. Okay. Snow Billy got shot because of he tried to kidnap and do some weirdo shit. Snow Billy got shot because his own business. Snow Billy got shot because he was trying to be slick. Snow Billy got shot because he was trying to steal. Snow Billy got shot for those reasons, according to the court. Snow Billy 6ix9ine did not shoot Snow Billy. Snow Billy is definitely lying about that. 6ix9ine did not do it. That's 100% lie. Shout out to Snow Billy. Yeah, we don't. We don't really discuss him over here because I just said his name, so now he gonna make like 6 videos about me. The coffee in the morning is usually so much better. What the fuck? Why is it not that good this morning? Oh, because it's hazelnut. A whole time I thought I was drinking a whole different flavor coffee. Okay, now I know why. Shout out to that. Yeah, we don't talk about that guy. He's gonna make a shitload of videos about me. I think I'm just some real shit. I think, and look, we only got 96 people in here. That's it, right? But we got 96. Out of those 96 people, about 80 of y'all are solid. Feel me? Out of those 97 people we got in here right now, about 80 of y'all are solid. People are upset because they be having rooms with like 200 people in it, 300 people in it, and like 10 people are solid. So that's why they mad. That you have the kind of community you allow yourself to have. Yeah, I did. I ain't mean to do that shit, Susan. That's a whole fact. I definitely did not mean to talk about Snow Billy. It is what it is, though. Shout out to that guy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we got 102 people in here right now. About 85 of y'all solid. These dudes be having lives and they be having lives and they'll have like 300 people in there. And like 10 people, 15 people really rock with them. How many members we got in here right now? Every single person that's a member that's in here right now drop one bag season emoji. I want to count and see how many members we have in here. Every single person that's a member, drop one bag season emoji. Because that's gonna make it easier for me to count. Yeah, Prince Tourmere is right. He said 300 people and like 290 of them would be trolls. That's a whole fact. You know we do the trolls over here. That's 8, that's 9, 10, 11, 12. We at 12 already. I'm about to get ready to change what we're doing, and I'm gonna start doing more lives back out in the public the way I used to. And one of the things that I am gonna do is I'm going to the only lives that is gonna be able to have everybody in it will be Morning Coffee and the Tonight Show. Starting next week, I'm gonna start doing more lives out in public again, like at places. All lives are only gonna be open for members of the channel to comment. Except for Morning Coffee, the only lives that are gonna be open for everybody to comment will be Morning Coffee and the Tonight Show. All other lives will only be open to members to chat. Y'all could come in and look. Y'all just won't be able to talk. Nah, there's people that got iPhones and in here and they're members. They just went to their computer and signed up. That's it. Real quick, I want to give a while we quick intermission, I want to give a real quick salute. Morning Coffee Awards. Hold on, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna need y'all to bear with me a minute. I was running a little late today and I didn't get everything the way I wanted it to. All right, this is the new Morning Coffee Awards for today. Salute as usual, everybody that supports the channel. Where am I hiding? Hiding that right. Shout out, we got James X, Lex BX, Black Wolf Malik 7, James S again. Definitely appreciate y'all guys. Salute, that's a fact. Also got Juro on the Cash App. And oh man, I forgot to add no, that wasn't Morning Coffee yesterday. That was the Tonight Show, so I didn't miss out this time. And also the sponsor for this channel, this video today is Mr. Dap. Shout out to Mr. Dap. All right. Just wanted to make sure that we lead into that again. I know you was joking. Talk about. What up, Cash Roll? Yeah, so in the future, starting next week, the only lives that's gonna be open for everyone for everyone to comment will be Morning Coffee and the Tonight Show. All other lives, the only people that's gonna be able to comment, you have to be a member of the channel. Period. Yeah, what up, Silver Stacker? What up, Ginger Lee? It's easy, Faucheezy. What time we got? 52. But yeah, but that's my issue, and I think that that's something that we need to really pay attention to. They pumping drugs into our communities, and then they come in and they're arresting the people that they're giving the drugs to sell. Like that's crazy. It's like let's say I'm some kind of person that I work for the government and I want to bust you. So I go bring somebody else in to give you the drugs for you to sell that you wouldn't even been able to have access to if we didn't give them to you. Then after we give you the drugs, we let you go sell the drugs in the community for 2-3 years, help destroy the community. Then we move in and arrest you and act like we doing big things. when you wouldn't even have had the drugs to sell in the first place if we wasn't giving them to you. Yeah, shout out to Vic. She ain't gonna be here this morning. She isn't here right now. I don't think she might be. She might be in the back. She might be. She might be lurking. So if I was y'all, I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't say nothing bad about her. And we love Vix. Shout out to Bree. Hope Bree get better too. Bree's not feeling really well today. Hope she get better. Yeah, well, the problem with the whole making weed legal and drug arrests going down, do you think that they want to make prisons more empty? Shout out to Ladybug too. That's a fact, James S. Do you think they want to make prisons less empty? I'm gonna say that again. Do you think they want prisons to make them less money? We all hope she feel better. You're talking about that's Bree. And Vix. I hope they hell yeah. Yeah, so they don't like come on, you see how they doing them people in Mississippi. So you think they really want less people in the prison? Prisons make them money. You feel me? So that's another reason why it's so hard to come up off of the marijuana issue. But this is what I think. No, Bree and Vix are feeling bad. Not Ladybug. Ladybug is somewhere living her best life probably. I don't think we need weed arrests to keep them full. Um, you want to know what the most one of the most difficult one of the biggest reasons why it's so hard for them to legalize weed right now, why they might still have to wait a little while, because legalizing weed right now, you're gonna have a ton of people currently in jail on charges of selling weed. You understand what I'm saying? This is one thing that I think they should do. I think that they should legalize it, right? Federally legalize weed, right? With whatever parameters that you're gonna put on it, because you're gonna have to put parameters on it, like with any anything. You have to put guidelines. You have to put parameters on it or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Um, but this is what they should do with the prisoners. Whatever your sentencing was should just get cut in half. So if you were supposed to serve 15 years, but you already served 7, you should be getting released in this next year. Liberty Hazelton says, my brother is doing a hard 40. He was wrongfully sentenced, so we are trying to overturn the sentence right now. They even tried to reach out to Meek's camp, but nothing so far. He's already done 23. See, a person like that, he will be free within the year. You understand what I'm saying? Because whatever was, I'm saying this is what they should do. Everybody that's been so if you got convicted of selling weed and you got a 10-year sentence and you only did 3 years, they should cut that shit in half. So now you only got to do 5 years. So now you might be eligible for parole. You feel me? Okay, I'm not saying. I'm not saying that if you legalize weed, the prisons are going to be empty. What I'm saying is this. If you legalize weed and you don't have anything to do with like you don't have a plan for the people who are currently in jail, that's gonna for selling weed, that's where the problem is gonna be at. You understand what I'm saying? Because it said homeboy got 40 years. Let's say that 40 years was for weed or whatever the case is, right? So he got 40 years for weed. He just served 23 or whatever the case is, right? Now they legalize weed. How do you keep this guy held in jail? So now he has to do another 17 years. for a thing that ain't even a crime anymore. So what do? Do you let all of these people out all at once? If they let everybody in jail right now out all at once that's in jail for weed, do you understand the problem that that would cause? Illusion. It already G's up says it already generates revenue with the dispensaries in New York City for all the non-flower products. The tickets for burning, it's a win-win for the state. That's why I'm talking about the prison system. That's what I'm trying to explain. I'm not talking about the new arrests. I'm not talking about the new arrests. I'm talking about the money that they, you know how think. Okay, this is the best way to say it. Let's say you got a company, right? Right, you got a company, and you got 40 people working for your company, right? Each one of these 40 people generate somewhere up to $6,000 a week, right? Now you got to let half of those people go. Do you see what the problem is? Do you see what the problem is? And that's just one problem, by the way. The other problem is all of these hundreds of thousands of people that they're going to put back onto the street like this, where they're going to live and work. So there's just uh there's issues and there's problems with just you can't just do it. You know, I don't know no way to say that. Oh, it wasn't a weed case. It was first degree. Oh wow. Okay. What up, Lambo? So that's what I'm trying to explain. What are they gonna do with the people that's locked up? Like, what are they gonna do with those guys? What are you gonna do? So that's the issue with the weed problem. That's why people keep saying they gotta legalize weed. But once you legalize weed on a federal level, there's just so many problems and there's so many issues. So y'all have to give America a little bit of time, okay? Y'all gonna have to give America a little bit of time. Y'all gonna elect at least maybe two more presidents that's gonna swear up and down they're gonna legalize weed at a federal level. And then they're gonna run into problems. The second president might get it done. The next two presidents that try to run on that bill. Because realistically speaking, the problem is people have an idea but they don't have no plan. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna take everybody. Let's say you got sentenced to 10 years. We're gonna chop that in half. Now you got 5 years. You already served 3 years of the 5 years. So now we're gonna see if you're eligible. We're gonna send you up and see if we can let you out. You got 15 years. You already served 8 of those 15 years. That means that we gotta let you out because 15 half of 15 is 7.5. So that means that we got to let you out. So what we're going to do is inside of this next year, we're going to let you out. We're going to start sending you through the process. So that's what they need to start doing. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to explain Angel Crispin. But if you're going to let 100,000 people out of jail all on the same day, you don't think that that's just 100,000 people? You're going to let 200,000 people, 300,000 people all out of jail on the same day. That it will be a lot of money being lost if it's federally legal, but I believe they're gonna figure something out. Thank you, DSTN. That's what I'm trying to explain. And these people keep talking about illusion was like, but they still got it's legal here. Yeah, but it's already legal there. They whatever it is that they had to go through, the mechanics that they had to go through, they went through. Now we're talking about on a federal level, it's different. Real Martinez. I'm good. I appreciate you though. It's different. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't just think about the thing that we want to do. We have to think about how we're gonna actually do it. You're talking about they did it in 1920s and 1930s, and this is 2010s. This is the totally different decade. This is the fuck you talking about? A decade, it's totally different century. That was a long time ago. No, it's not the same situation because you have more people. You have different rules. You have different laws. You got different policies. You got different freaking politics. It's not the same thing, man. What the heck are you talking about? You know how many new laws that we have since prohibition that didn't exist that are here now? Okay, Fishloke, you don't even understand what I'm. Okay, I'm gonna tell you what Fishloke is doing. Fishloke is saying this is a situation, right? And it's similar to this situation right here. Okay, so I'm a human being, right, Fishloke? And Michael Jordan is also a human being, right? So if we use your way of thinking, at the age of 25, me and Michael Jordan was the same type of basketball player. At the age of 25, me and Michael Jordan had the same ability. You understand what I'm saying? Prohibition, the time that we lived in Prohibition, is when we probably still had cars that you had to crank. Well, it's totally different from the time we live in now that you can just get in the car and press a button. It's totally different. What you talking about? It's not the same, man. First of all, how many people you think was in jail for moonshining? Maybe let's do a large number. Maybe 100,000 people was in jail for moonshining. It was not that much. We talking about people, and you know how many people in jail right now for weed charges? Probably damn near a million people, damn near something like that. And I'm just talking about allowing 100,000 of them back out on the street and all the problems that they're gonna be. It's totally different, man. It's totally different. You gotta understand this. Like, not a knock on nobody, but I want to point something out. You want to know the difference? You want to? There's literally people. There's literally people that their whole entire job is to figure out how to make things happen. You understand what I'm saying? Like, their job isn't to think of the idea that you want to make happen. Their job is, I come to you and I say, yo, look, I want to do this thing. How am I going to do it? And then they sit down and they draw up schematics to get the thing done. You understand what I'm saying? Not everything is ABC. A lot of shit is A, B, Z. Um, um, I don't know. The 16th letter in the Russian um language, Russian alphabet. The Chinese character for chicken. Isosceles triangle. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, so you got to figure out how to get this shit to work. If you let inmates out, the economy will rise. What you mean the economy will rise? Explain. Explain before I respond to that. Explain what you mean by the economy will rise. What up, Stay High? Ain't seen you in a minute. So that's the issue. You understand what I'm saying? More spending. More spending by whom? The nation or our people? Because they are coming home unemployed. You do know that, right? They're coming home with no jobs. So that's why I'm asking them, what are you trying? They're coming home with no jobs. What spending are they doing? They baby mamas or their girlfriend that they've been writing to is now gonna have to buy clothes for them. When those people come home, if this was to happen and you release 200,000 people or 100,000 people all at once, and also you got to understand this. When I say 100,000 people, I'm generous because in the state of New York, there's probably more than 100,000 people in jail right now for marijuana charges in one state. So when I'm saying So when I'm saying 100,000, I'm giving the low number. It's probably going to be in like a million. You understand what I'm saying? Federally, a million people coming out that don't have no jobs. More than half of them don't have any place to live. At least a third of them don't have families and support. Just coming, just letting them out. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So the economy isn't going up. It's probably gonna crash. We're gonna literally have an economic problem more than anything else. They even passed laughs. You can buy a tablet in prison for yourself. I don't understand what that means. Say that again, David Scarab. Laws. They even passed laws. You can buy a tablet in prison for yourself. Yeah. One theory to that notion would be they're gainfully employed at entry level minimum pay as opposed to top pay, which companies would rather lowball. I'm going to tell you what they can do. Listen. I'm going to tell you what we could do. The first thing, the president has to get involved, period. Right? So the president is going to say like this. He's going to go to the companies and say, yo, look, what we're doing is we're raising tariffs on all products that are being imported into America. We're going to raise tariffs, right? The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to give how do you say, we're going to give tax breaks to to every company that has a that are manufacturing in America. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna impose tariffs, higher tariffs on anything imported from another country. The second thing we're gonna do is whatever, I don't care where the home country is. I don't care if it's a company that is a Korean company. If you're manufacturing in America, what we are gonna do is we're gonna give you tax breaks, and if since you're coming from another country, what we're gonna give is we're gonna waive tariffs. Listen, we're gonna waive it because it's being made in America, so you don't have to pay to get the shit imported from another place, right? So that's what we're gonna do, right? Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna find out which of these prisoners are eligible for release. We're gonna take those prisoners. We got a ton of prisons all over America that are not being used. We're gonna take one of those prisons. We're gonna move those prisoners to one of those unused prisons where they are now going to be trained to be able to work in one of these facilities that we're gonna now have in our country, because companies are gonna they're gonna be like, well, now the difference isn't as big as far as how much money we're gonna make in a product. You understand what I'm saying? So now we're gonna allow for them to have we're gonna train inmates, right, to be able to work in these facilities. These inmates train. After your training is over, after you've passed whatever you need to pass and your training is over, what we are now going to do is now we're going to start transitioning you to be free. The only difference with this is you're going to have like like I said, they cutting your jump off in half, and now let's say you had 10. Look, let's say you had 10 years, right? So you had 10 years, and your 10 years that you had, now we cutting that in half. Now it's only 5 years, but now you serve 3. So now you serve 3. Now you're eligible, right? Because you're eligible because you're eligible for parole. Once you become eligible for parole, you're eligible. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna move you to this next place. We're gonna train you for a year or until you're good enough to be able to do the job well. Once that is acquired, now you got to stay at this particular facility working for at least a year. You can choose to stay and live in that town, or you can just move on and go back to wherever you're coming from. But what that does is that makes it so that the people that we're releasing, at least some of the people that we're releasing, have income. Now that can help the economy. Joe Wall says, same here in Mass Force. Companies get tax breaks for hiring ex-cons. And now in Mass, when you get short on your sentence, they put you in re-entry and you learn about... Yo, that's exactly... I didn't even know they do that. Maybe I should become a politician. I didn't even know they do that, yo. Shout out to that. I did... Liberty Hazelton said they do that in Kansas. I didn't even know that they do that. So this is literally what I just spoke about is a valuable option. Dave Scarab said, Scarab, is it Scarab or Scarab? I don't know. Dave says, or they go as far as being released for weekdays and then they go back into prison Saturdays and Sundays to do their time and also learn the craft to get a job. I don't know. But that's something that we could do. That's one that's gonna that will literally help our economy by forcing businesses to have actual plants in America. Y'all do know that that's what the issue and the problem with America is, right? All of our jobs is not all of our jobs, but a lot of jobs, especially manufacturing jobs, are moved overseas. I know that's called work release, but I'm saying I'm thinking of a way that we can be able to get these people that got these marijuana jobs outside of prison and at the same time not make them be harmful to our economy and at the same time fix another issue that we have as far as companies not manufacturing in America. Shout out to Joe Wall. That's a whole fact. That's what we need to do. That'll win. That's a whole win. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the politics behind it. I'm just talking at this point. But as far as I know, that's where the win is. That's where the win is. That way, doing it like that, definitely. Congratulations, Joe. That's a whole fact. Definitely, if we do it like that, then we could do something. But at the end of the day, it's hard for them to, like I said, make marijuana legal. I gotta change something real quick. Hold on. It's hard for them to make marijuana legal. It's hard for them to make marijuana legal due to the fact that what are you gonna do with all of the people that's still locked up in jail for crimes on marijuana crimes? Um, home team says Frogs. I took computer classes on my BI, and now I'm working. I'm talking to you. I got my own business. That's a fact. That's dope. We got a lot of success stories out here, but I'm gonna tell you what happens. It's what circles you run in. I'm gonna tell you something that we're fortunate over here at the BBN. I'm gonna tell you why we're fortunate, right? I like these days where we do lives. I like the lives that we do, and we have like 300-400 people in here. Don't get that confused. I love those lives, but I also enjoy when we have lives like this, where we just have a nice number of people in here that are all contributing to the conversation, and it's a nice intimate conversation. I like those also. You understand what I'm saying? I think both of those things are good. You understand what I'm saying? Because a lot of times when you got 3, 4, 500 people in your room, you got 300 haters. We kick them. So, like, I got 10,000 people in the fucking in the graveyard right now. I got 10,000 accounts in the graveyard. If I didn't put those people in the graveyard, we might have 400 or 500 people in here right now. That's a fact. Joe Wall said, plot twist. Since getting into trouble and catching a bid, cannabis has now become legal in mass. So I also grow legally now from what I went to prison for. Because at the end of the day, let's not forget this. Even if weed is legalized, those people still need to serve time because they committed a crime. You understand what I'm saying? Let's not forget that. They actually did commit a crime. You understand what I'm saying? So they should be serving some time. Period. A crime was committed. What up, Mego? A crime was committed. They do need to serve time. I wish I had $1 for each graveyard member. What? You know what? If anybody wants to be released from the graveyard, let me know. Cash at me $100. I will look for your freaking name. Yeah, no, nobody's a follower in here, homie. We just all part of a community. And yes, everybody is held accountable for their actions. Accountability is important. I tell y'all what, let the word go around. If anybody want to leave, if anybody want out of the BBN graveyard, got a cash app $100. I'll go find your name because it's really gonna take me a long time to find anybody's name. It's probably gonna take like a day. $20? Okay, yeah, but I don't really want to let anybody out the graveyard. I mean, Jake Paul want to let people out the graveyard, I guess. I don't really want to let nobody out the graveyard. What are you talking about? I don't care they in there. Cash app, you know what? Let's be fair. Cash app $50. I'll find your name, get you out the graveyard. That's a good point, Rio. 100 is a bargain. Remember, we didn't want you. 100 is a bargain. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at 100. We're gonna leave it as 100. Yo, you're right. You are 100% right, Rio Martinez. $100, we get you out the graveyard. Who thinks, okay, let's do a vote. You're right, G's up. That's a whole fact. Who thinks I should let people out of the graveyard for $100? You think I should let people out of the graveyard for $100? You think I should just leave them in the graveyard? F them. Because you know how much that's gonna suck for somebody to pay me $100 to get their name out the graveyard, and then they show up, and on their first show they say some weirdo shit and get hit again. That's what the fucking suck. Who thinks I should let people out the graveyard for $100? You think I should? You think I shouldn't? I only see 3 votes. You guys. Watch, I'm telling you, it just wouldn't surprise me if somebody be like, yo, yeah, I want to get out the graveyard. Pay me the $100, make me have to go through that freaking graveyard to find their damn name. It's gonna be I don't want to do that. I got actual people I want on the channel that's in the graveyard that I haven't went and got. So I don't want to do that. So that's why I'm like, I really was saying that like as a joke, but like I really sincerely, I don't want to go and waste my time going through that damn graveyard. It's gonna take me like at least It might take me like a week to find your name. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm scrolling and I miss it, I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom to have to start back over again. It might take me a week to find your name. So I don't even want to do that. So yeah, $100 because I don't want to do it anyway. Yeah, I don't want to do it anyway. But yeah, $100. I go find your name, get you out the graveyard. I don't want to do that shit anyway though. So it's on you. Yeah, I have no idea why the graveyard is not in alphabetical order, or at least hold on, this the computer's about to go off, or at least, you could put it in alphabet, or like they have a thing that you could go type the name in and freaking get the name or something. Because there's at least about 100 people. If I get them out if I can find them. There's no search engine. It's like 100 people that if I could get them out, I would. And I'm gonna be like, and you know what? I'm gonna look for your name on that next week on payday. That's why I'm gonna look for your name. Don't let me forget. For everybody that don't know, Rue Jones said, Frost, they're gonna be like, I got 75. I'm gonna give you the other 25 next week on payday. That's why I was like, not a problem. I'll take your 75 now, and next week on payday, I'll look for your name. Shout out to you. Yeah, people. Wait. What? Nah, I mean, if anybody pays anybody to go look for their name in the graveyard, then they come right back to the show and do the same foolishness, then they deserve what they get. The whole graveyard is gonna attempt to negotiate according to the pin. And there's some of y'all can't never come back. Just so we can be clear, some of y'all is done. Some of y'all have to give me $1,000 just so we can be clear. And I already know I'm gonna kick you my first opportunity. The first time you come here and say anything weird, I'm gonna take it that way. Let's just be clear on that. Yeah, some of them they gotta stay where they at. Yeah. When I keep telling y'all that there's hundreds of people, look, let me show y'all the graveyard. When I keep telling y'all there are hundreds of people that have grown that have groups grouped up together and they're trying to destroy me. You think I'm joking? Y'all think I'm exaggerating, right? Hold on. For all the people that think I'm exaggerating when I say that there's hundreds of people that have all clicked up and they're trying to destroy the BBN. Who thinks I'm exaggerating? You think I'm exaggerating? You think I'm not exaggerating? Let's have a quick vote, and then I'm going to show y'all the graveyard as soon as we get at least 30 people voting. If we get at least 30 people on this vote, I'm going to show y'all the graveyard. You think I'm exaggerating? You don't think I'm exaggerating when I say there's groups of people that is like 100. Then there's another group and there's another 100. That's only 4 people voted. Y'all don't want to see the graveyard, I guess. 5, and if one of you mofos vote twice, I'm gonna time you out. I'm gonna sit you right in the corner. Illusion voted twice as soon as I said that. As soon as I said that. You know what, Illusion? Shout out to you though. You're gonna take this time out. Illusion voted 3 times. Rio thinks you think I'm exaggerating, Rio? He said, G's up said, Jack Frost graveyard looks like St. Raymond Cemetery in the Bronx. Guess y'all don't want to see the graveyard. Fuck it then. I don't care. I thought y'all wanted to see the graveyard. Susan Bortz think I'm. You think I'm exaggerating? You don't think that there's groups of hundreds of people that hate BBN? You think I'm exaggerating? You don't think I'm exaggerating. And I just want to throw this out there. We an hour and 28 minutes in. I just want to throw that out there. Hour and 28 minutes in. I'm feeling really unsupported right now. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm feeling really unsupported. I haven't gotten a chance to throw anybody. I haven't gotten a chance to praise anybody's name today. I like to praise people's name when y'all donate. I'm gonna throw that out there. I tell you what, I'll show y'all the graveyard. I'm assuming people in here just don't. A lot of people in here ain't gonna talk. I'll show y'all the graveyard. Hold on. So, do you think that there's a possibility that there's hundreds of people that got beef with me? All right, that's enough. Hey, what's up, Susan Bortz? Shout out to Susan Bortz for the $5 drive. First donation of the day. Appreciate you, baby girl. Says sorry I misunderstood. How I know the graveyard is deep. Yeah, that's why I repeated myself a couple of times. I think I figured I didn't state the question well. Hey, should we free a couple of people? Let's have a vote. Should we free a couple of people? Should we free a couple of people? I wanted some. I'm look. Should we free a couple of people? You know what? We're gonna free her. I don't think she watches this channel anymore, by the way, so she'll never know that she was freed. Bam. Let's free a couple of people. Let's look. Let's free Tim Tyler. He still watches. We gonna free Tim Tyler. Let's see who else we gonna free. Let's free a couple more people. Yeah, look at all the fake accounts. Look at somebody with a fake Jack Frost account. Like there's a ton of them in here. Look, there go another Jack Frost account. Now do you see what I'm saying? Now do you see what I'm saying? For me to find a damn name, this shit don't make sense. Who name am I finding in here? I'm just scrolling and randomly seeing people and just, if I remember the name and I like them a little, I'm unblocking them. How the hell am I political prisoners? How the hell am I gonna find anybody in this shit? Look, how the hell am I gonna find anybody in this? Now do you see why I said $100? I remember when I kicked this person, they came in here trying to make it about I think they was talking about black and white and trying to like get into some kind of conversation with me about, I don't know. They were trying to just get me to say something negative about white people and women or something. I don't know what the hell was wrong with them. No, there's no way to type nothing in. What are you talking about? That's not no way to type nothing in. That look, you see this line right there? These are two separate things. Approved users and hidden users are two separate things, yo. Yo, look, we've been scrolling down. We're not really even halfway yet. Somebody wanted to call me the biggest liar, but they didn't know how to spell. So shout out to them. You want me to call OG Product back? Nah, I put his number on block. Shout out to OG Product though. I put his number on block because he kept trying to call me during the damn thing. I wish I didn't though. I mean, I'm happy I did. I had no choice, but yeah, I don't got no problem with OG Product by the way. Look at this shit, man. Jason Myers. I forgot why I put him out. Let's take Jason Myers out. Look at this shit. You really think I'm gonna find names in this? Let's stretch the screen out a little bit further. Nah, then I can't see your comments. You really think I'm gonna be able to find names in this? Show of hands. Who thinks I'm gonna be able to find names in this? Nah, I haven't seen Supreme Duncan. Shout out to Supreme Duncan. We miss you, homie. She's from the old guard. I'll take her name off, even though I don't even know why she's mad at me. I think she just mad at me because the other people got mad at me, and she just got mad at me in unison. What's a hot name? No, there's no other way. This is the way you gotta look. Eric Mack made a comment about my daughter who is underage. Not just the fact that she's my daughter, but he made a comment about my daughter that she's underage. So Eric Mack is gonna stay where he's at. I don't even dislike Eric Mack, but you can't have people around you talking crazy. Alex Martinez, I remember that guy. I'll take him out. I remember a lot of these people. I don't, What do y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to look? How the hell am I gonna find a name in here? Oh shit, here go another DZ. That might be the same DZ. He made a new account. Yeah, I do got a good memory. That's a whole fact, Silver Stacker. I don't look. I don't. How am I gonna find a name in this? This don't even make sense. Look, yeah, the shit stopped because it had to load. How am I gonna find a name in here? You really think I'm finding names in this? All right, there's enough of that. I ain't gonna be able to find nothing in there, man. That's why I tried to tell you, you gotta give me $100 because I'm gonna be looking in that shit forever. Nah, I don't do things out of hate. That's a whole fact. I don't do anything out of hate. The only thing I'll do out of he said, hell no, not me, bro. What up, DZ? What I will do out of hate is not deal with you. Because if I don't like you, I don't want to deal with you. Ah, man, James Kills. What's up, James Kills? Please don't say something to have me send you to the graveyard. Can I advance you 100 to get a get out of jail free card? Sure, Liberty Hazelton. Advance me the 100 right now, Liberty Hazelton. You can get a get out of jail free card, but you gotta make sure that my admins, you gotta stay on it. Force is a dub. We as the BBN will water the grass and bring flowers once a year. Leave them. Copy. That's a good. That's a good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that body count is crazy. Take your time. I don't use dating apps. When I was a lot younger and a lot more I had different motivations. Uh I did use dating apps, and I'm gonna say understand that most this I'm about to say something really effed up, but it's the truth. But there's more people on dating apps that's just there to have sex than really looking for an actual relationship. So just know what you're looking for, and stay true to that. That's it. There's way more people on dating apps that they just want to have sex. That's it. I mean, I got stories, but I'm gonna, I'm not gonna share. That's why I keep trying to tell people when they talk about how I'm single, and I'm like, I mean, I wish I had somebody, but I've lived a pretty good life. I've lived a pretty good life. I wish I had somebody, but I lived a pretty good life. Yeah, married women are on dating apps. It's a fact. There's more people on dating apps trying to have sex than there are people looking for relationships. It's a fact. Don't let nobody tell you different. I mean, when I tell you I have stories, I have stories. Why you think I can? Why you think I was ended up in? Why you think I lived in like 10 states? No, there's a lot of good women out there that we look at and we don't know that they're good women. Um, there's a lot of good men out there that women look at and don't know that they're good men. Um, later fishlope. Um, I just want to be with somebody that makes me want to be with them. You understand what I'm saying? That's hard to understand, but um, it might not make sense to a lot of people. But I just want to be with somebody that makes me want to be with them. I've been in relationships where the person just kind of just I just make they do the opposite. You understand what I'm saying? I used to date this one female, very nice woman, but her thing is you can never know where she's at. You can never know what she's doing. So that's like that doesn't work for me. I can never know where you're at. I can never know what you're doing. Does that sound weird or is that just me? Hold on, show of hands. Does anybody else think that that's weird to be dating somebody and you can never know where they're at and you can never know what they're doing? You think that's weird? You don't think that's weird? You think that's normal? That's how relationships work. Um, so I've like I don't know how to explain it. You understand what I'm saying? Like sometimes people just say shit and you just be like, what? No, I wasn't even a jump off. It's just this particular person think if you ever ask them anything about what they're doing, where they're at, or anything like it, that's extremely untrustworthy. This particular person just think that if you ever ask them what they're doing, where they're at, anything at all, like you can never know what they're doing, you can never know where they're at, you just can never know. Just a simple act of you asking them is like that's wrong. Like you could just never know where they're at, you could just never know what they're doing. Shout out to that, bro. I mean, I guess it works. I mean, if it works, I'm not obviously I'm not with them now, but I guess that's the type of relationship that particular person was looking for. They was looking for a relationship where you don't where you know your relationship don't have any Okay, so I'm like this, right? I like to bond. Like that's important to me. Like even like whoever I'm hanging out with, whether it's like my cousins, whether it's like my homeboy, whether it's like my girl, whether it's like a family member, whoever. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't want to hang out with you if we can't bond. G's up says I don't think it's weird. It's a double life for sure though. Um, I don't want to hang out with somebody if I can't bond with them. If we can't deal with each other on a either a spiritual or a intellectual or an emotional deeper level. I don't really want to deal with you. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's this one chick that I was trying to holler at. I'm not gonna say a name. There's this one chick I was trying to holler at, but I feel like every time we talk, the only way I could get into a conversation with her is if I'm talking about business. Like that's the only way we could converse. So therefore, I'm like, me and you, we can't be in a relationship. I can't deal with you because I can't bond with you. And if I can't bond with you, I don't want to be with you. I think that if you dating somebody, that person has to be your best friend. Period. You cannot whoever you are with, you dating, whoever they have to be that's the way I think. That's just the way it is. That person has to no, I told the person where I'm at all the time. I don't have a problem. What the fuck you talking about? I go live everywhere. You think I got a problem when people know where I'm at? Of course I want you to know where I'm at. What if something happened to me? I'm a Sagittarius. What if something happened to me? You understand what I'm saying? I I want people to know where I'm at. You understand what I'm saying? G's up said, as long as she was honest, she could have said, "I'm in school, call you back," and was really in Rio's house. I don't look. I look. We're not going to talk bad about the woman. That was basically the only real issue I had with her. Like, really, there was no other real issue that me and her had. That you understand what I'm saying? Like that was like really the only issue I had with her. You understand what I'm saying? She's a really good woman, a really good person, but that was the issue that I had with her because I felt like she didn't trust me enough for me to know where she was at. Not that I thought she was cheating, not that I thought she was doing any kind of weirdo shit. Really, it was more like a trust issue with me. Because if you can't trust me enough to know like what's going on with you, what if something happens to you? You understand what I'm saying? And even more importantly than that, you understand what I'm saying? If I'm in a relationship with you, I want you to know I'm not with nobody. So I'm just gonna do things to let you know, nah, I'm not seeing nobody on the side. I'm just gonna that's just me though. You understand what I'm saying? She's dope as hell, but I don't think that's viable. I don't think that's a viable. I don't think that's a viable resource. I don't think that. I don't think me and her being in a relationship is is comprehensible. I don't. I don't. Oh man. Yeah, I think that you have to be best friends. Um, I think you have to be best friends with the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Period. Period. Um, period. That's just me, you know. So if that dating app or whatever you're doing, just understand most of the people that's on the dating app, there's a bigger community on the dating app that's just there to have sex than there is there to do anything else. Just take that into consideration. I thought I talk with my hands all the time. I don't talk with my hands all the time. No relationship is ever going to be sustainable long time if you can never know where the other person is or the other person can never know where you are. Like what kind of I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something weird, right? Okay, so this is how me and my family, like my family, blood family, operate. We sometimes just call each other and be like, "Yo, where you at?" Like that'd be the first thing we say. Like we'll call, like pick up the phone and be like, and the person will pick up, and we don't even say hello. We be like, "Yo, where you at?" And that's how we continue start the conversation. So just a person not wanting me to know where they're at, period, is it's probably a bigger issue for me than it is for other people because that's what I've grown up in. You understand what I'm saying? When I call my father, first thing I say to my pops is, "Where you at?" When I call one of my brothers, first thing I say to my brothers is, "Where you at?" When one of my brothers call me or my father call me, one of the first things they say to me is, "Where you at?" Same, same drive, same. Is that supposed to say same sex drive? I don't know. One of the many reasons I don't fornicate or cheat is because at the end of the day, you're just sleeping with another man's wife. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good reason not to. A better reason would be not wanting to catch diseases, not wanting to destroy the current relationship that you have. Another good reason is you could be using that time that you fornicating and cheating and all that time leading up to the fornication and the cheating on a hobby, which then could make income. So there's a ton of different reasons why cheating is not necessarily the best use of your time. Yes, thank you, Lauren Lease. A lot. The first thing you ask people. See, that's the issue. So when me and her be talking, initially I just be like, "Yo, where you at?" And I'm not thinking nothing of it. So she was like, "Why you gotta know where I'm at?" or whatever. Like, but that's literally like the way me and my family like speak. You understand what I'm saying? So I personally I can't be with somebody who that makes me feel like a person is concerned also if they call me and one of the main thing the first thing they want to know is where I'm at. Like they want to know my security, my you understand what I'm saying? Where you at? You alright? That's the same thing. It's literally the same thing. Where you at? Are you alright? Is everything good? How you doing? All of that is the same thing. I don't advise anybody be in a relationship with anyone that you cannot know where they're at. That's just my opinion. You can do whatever you want with it, but I don't advise anybody I'm gonna tell you how real it is. There's people who got side people, and they know where their side people are all the time. Oh, we talked about weed like 20 minutes ago. What up, what up, BP? Haven't seen you in a minute. All right, that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with. I don't want to talk about anything that doesn't directly deal with me. BP putting up dollar signs. Appreciate you. I don't know what that was for. I don't want to talk about any of the person's personal life. I'm just talking about this specific aspect. She was moving like she was on a run. Like anyway, shout out to her though. Shout out to her. I don't got no dislike for her. Anyway, she was dope. Um, um, she was dope. What can I say? Not my longest relationship. I wish it was. I wish it was still going on now. But at the end of the day, how you can't really be in a relationship with somebody you can never know where they're at. That's kind of crazy. All right, that's what it is, BP. But yeah, that was my issue. That one issue right there is what turned everything, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that caused just problems inside of our relationship just in general. So back to the your whole whatever the hell you doing on. Don't worry about it. If it works out, it works out. If it don't work out, it don't work out. Yeah, shout out to her. A real shout out. A real shout out. As far as I know, me and her are still friends to this day. Probably not if she sees this video, but as far as I know, me and her are still friends to this day. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of females that most of the females I've dated in my life. If we see each other still, we're on talking terms. We might sit down, have a coffee or drink or chat it up. Some of us we might be able to go to the movies, go out to eat dinner, and just chill. And it's not even a thing. You understand what I'm saying? I don't do and I'm even talking about the breakups where we argued at the end of the breakup. You understand what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we were both still good people, and it just didn't work out, and that's what it is. And I'm extremely picky. So a lot of people be looking at me like, "Yo, you single," and they be trying to make fun of me about it. But like, I'm the real 100%. I'm just picky. You understand what I'm saying? Like being pretty ain't enough for me. You understand what I'm saying? And you need to be pretty. You need to have good energy. I'm just keeping the whole stack. You need to be pretty. You need to have good energy. I don't care if you're not working. You need to have some kind of drive. I've helped so many other people set up their YouTube back in the summer. I don't even remember you, the bros. But I helped a lot of people set up YouTube. On top of that, I give advice on how to do your YouTube community almost every single day. So you got to do your own footwork. You got to make your own channel. You got to do your own stuff. And then when you come and you ask me for advice, I give you advice. If you think me helping you set up a YouTube channel is me helping you sitting around making an account and doing all that other stuff, that's not me helping you. That's me doing it for you. So me helping you is you doing the footwork and me giving you advice on what you should do and how you should do it. That's me helping you, not me doing it physically. Just so we can be clear. Yeah, so I will Shay says I will in a relationship and he would always ask me that so I wouldn't bump into him with another woman. Oh, that's why he was asking you where you were? Huh. Didn't think about that. I've literally never cheated. Yes, YouTube has academy classes where they literally teach you how to do YouTube. That person's trolling. The bros, that guy's trolling me. Stop. I didn't even think of that. I've never cheated. I think one time I held the girl's hand. Yes, we all have channels by default when signing up for YouTube. That's a fact, but they're not monetized. I think once I held the girl's hand. So that's about the most cheating I've ever done. You got to put up content, the bros. What's your content? I'm gonna explain something. Let me talk about something real quick. Let's get off of everything that we're talking about. I'm gonna talk about something real quick. When I started my YouTube channel, this YouTube channel, our YouTube channel, I didn't have anybody. I didn't have nobody that I could say, yo, can you talk about me on your channel? I didn't have anybody that I could go into their channel and talk and they could be like, yo, go sub the blase blah. I didn't have none of that. I did everything off of the muscle. Everything straight from the dirt. You understand what I'm saying? So my point is I understand you want people to help you, but what kind of help do you want? You want me to just tell people to go to your channel? I don't know what's on your channel. I haven't been to your channel. I'm not going to tell somebody to go to something I don't know nothing about. You might be like, yo, yeah, tell people to go to my gaming channel. But then you got a gaming channel, but you in there with a whole bunch of people screaming out the N-word. You understand what I'm saying? You're in there with a whole bunch of people talking about degrading women. You in there doing things that's against my principles. I don't know what you're doing over there. All I can do is give you advice on how to work. That I can do. But unless I know exactly what you're doing, have seen your product, and I can agree with your product, I can't not necessarily send somebody to your product, if that makes sense. What up, Joe Wall? He said, Joe Wall says, Frost, got a question I know you would know the answer to. With YouTube's tight restrictions on monetization, do you think I ever be able to launch a cannabis grow related YouTube and get it monetized? Um, Maybe only in the areas where cannabis is legal. And I don't know if you making the channel based on what? Are you talking about scientific things? Or are you just talking about, oh, this is the good weed, we smoking it? Because those are two different criterias. So I think there's just a lot more to that. You understand what I'm saying? If you're talking about now, see what I'm saying, trolling? We watch you because our father said you was positive and we could learn from you. I haven't said anything negative, and literally since you came in here, I've said a whole bunch of stuff. I've said a lot of comments that you should have learned from. It seems that you didn't pick up what I was just telling you. So sorry for bothering you. Not a problem. Peace out, the bros. I just dropped like a ton of jewels on them, and you see the comment that they left? A ton of jewels I just dropped. You hear the comment that they just left? We watch you because our father said you was positive and we could learn from you. I just dropped a ton of jewels. Shout out to you though. You gotta watch out because a lot of people they want you to do the work for them. You understand what I'm saying? Like I don't have a life. I don't got stuff that I gotta do. They want me to do the work for them. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, do your own work. Because they wanted me to do the work for them. Whoever that is. Let me go to their channel real quick. Whoever that is wanted me to do the work for them. They didn't want help. There's a difference. Understand. I already knew they wanted me to do the work for them as soon as they commented. A lot of people, they don't want you to. Nah, that's why I'm talking about it so we could expose. Oh, I went to the wrong damn thing. I went to Joe Wall's page. That's why we're talking about it because don't come on my channel and try to throw something crazy at me because I'm just gonna absolutely expose your situation. I just gave you about 4 or 5 jewels. All of the 4 or 5 jewels I just gave you, you paid no attention to and said that and left a smart aleck comment. And I'm looking at your channel right now. You said you have 2 subs and I don't see video games. So you just lied. I'm looking at your channel right now. I'm not going to click on one of these videos. You got like a little kid or something going on over there. I don't even know what this is. I want to get off that channel. I don't even know what that is. I'm not going to that channel and I'm not big up in that channel. That channel got some little kids on there. He came in here to get me to try to big up that little channel, and then they could try to say I have something. Nah, we ain't doing that. Stay away from that channel, everybody. I don't know what's going on over there. I don't trust it. I don't see no reason why you shouldn't make a channel talking about car detailing. Liberty Hazelton, what state you in? Nah, you good, James S? You already know. Liberty Hazelton, what state you in? I think that right now the bros got to prove to me that they're not trolls. All right, at this point they have to prove to me that they're not trolls. Why would you come in here and comment on the channel that you don't even want people to be subscribing to? Think about that. Why would you come in here and with the channel that you don't even want people to subscribe to and then complain that I'm not helping you make money? Hell yeah, that channel was suspicious. I'm not going to whatever that is either. I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to it. Why ain't you in here with that channel? Why ain't you in here under that name? I'm not going to that. Copy Liberty. I'm not going to that. Why ain't you in here? See, they think people stupid. You know what I'm saying? People think you stupid. Why ain't you in here with the account that you trying to tell me that I should help you with? You come in here with your little sister's account. Why? No, we're not doing that. Get out of here. We don't even want you around here. You gotta go. I don't know what game you playing. Can we get bags for whoever that was? That was the bros that was just playing that whatever kind of weirdo game they was playing. Can we get bags? Can we get bags? Hit them dead in the face with their bags. We're not doing that. We ain't doing that. What the heck was that about? I don't even know what that was about. We're not doing that. What's the question? Hello, got a question. What's somebody says hello, got a question on your 6ix9ine topics. What's the question? Go get subs from the graveyard. Send me the link, Liberty. That's a fact. Send me the link. I don't know how many people in that graveyard. It's a lot, though. People are weirdos, man. I'm telling you what they wanted me to do. They wanted to say, yo, remember you said you was gonna help me with that channel? And then I say, all right, yo, go sub to whatever, whatever. And it's like some little kids on that shit. Like, so you understand what I'm saying? Like, these people are weirdos. What up, Brimside? These people are weirdos. You understand what I'm saying? They trying to project their own. I'm going through all of this because I did let some dude extort me. Literally. The rumor that started, the lie was started because some fucking bitch ass nigga, part of my language, tried to extort me. And I told him, pull up. Oh, those were your sons, Troy Boyd? I didn't know what was going on, man. Hold on. Let me explain the situation. I'm going to unblock them. You are a member, and you definitely got... Let me unblock them. I'm going to explain the situation to you. They came in here. Hold on, Troy Boyd. They came in here. Can we get their first comments? They said, you said you was going to help us with our channel, right? So I immediately told them what they needed to do in order to get their channel up off of the ground. Because one, I don't remember telling them that. I might have told them that because I've helped a lot of people. As everybody knows, I don't mind helping people with their channel or whatever the case is. We're going to have all of their comments. Hold on. So they said, what's up, Jack? Long time no see, my friend. I missed that one, though. I didn't see that comment. Then they said, WGAT, if she got a career. I don't know what that means. I don't know what WGAT means. And somebody can tell me what WGAT means? And then it says, Jack, you said you were going to help us with our YouTube channel back in the day. So then I explained to them, look, you got to get on your own grind. You got to do your own stuff. What I can do is I can tell you what to do. I can give you advice on what to do. But at the end of the day, you have to do your own work. That's just the way that it is. I can't physically do the stuff for you. You have to, get your own thing going. So then the person says, okay, just having problems getting subscribers. We are under 15, not trolling, spoke to you personally. So I said, what are y'all doing? Said back in June, said they doing gaming. So then I said, they said, we watch you because our father said you was positive and we need to learn from you. Between the time that they said that and they said that, what I said was, I believe I said, did I go to the channel yet? I think I called them trolls. Then I went to the channel. The channel that they came in here is a channel with little kids on the channel. I can't send people to go sub to a channel that got little kids on the channel. They should have came in here with the account that they wanted to talk about. So when I try to explain that, they try to tell me about the other channel, but don't tell me the other channel. Go get the other channel and come in here so I can look at the channel. I'm already at work. They need to bring the channel. What are you talking about? I'm doing a lot. I'm think about this. Let me explain this real quick. I'm currently literally in the middle of doing the show, right? I'm in the middle of doing the show. I'm literally in right now in the chat. I'm in about, I don't know how many different conversations are we having, but I'm talking to at least 20 people in the chat currently. I'm doing a lot. All they would have to do is go to the other account, come back here, log on and talk. Instead of doing that, now I got to go find their channel. And we have to be cautious whenever dealing with children. That's a whole fact, G's up. We have to be extremely cautious with dealing with children. You see how I deal with them. As soon as anything might be out of the way, I didn't badmouth the children. I didn't curse the children out, and I ain't tell them off. They needed to go. They didn't do nothing bad. Just they didn't do anything wrong. But what they needed to do was they needed to come in here with the account they was talking about, if that makes sense. Because then I could go look at the account, see what the account is about. Big One says, I want to know if you think 6ix9ine will rise beyond Pop Smoke and the new artists. What's your take? 6ix9ine has a bigger fan base than maybe all of those people put together. Six Nine has a bigger fan base than maybe all of those people put together. And with that being said, also, no disrespect to those kids, but you already know how we do over here on the BBN network. Once anything sounds suspicious, we leave it in that moment. I'm laughing and shit, but this is a fact. Once anything sounds suspicious, we leave it in that moment and we move to the next moment. So no disrespect to the kids, but at the end of the day, we have to be very cautious over here because of the accusations that's been thrown around about us. And just people, children in general. So shout out to y'all. I want y'all to keep entrepreneuring, keep working on your channel, keep playing them video gaming is big on the internet just in general. So this is really a viable source. Um, I was talking to somebody the other day. Also, Corey King was trying to get some kind of tournament thing going on his channel. We talked about it for a while. I'm not actually sure how they got that, what they did with that. But I was just talking with somebody the other day about trying to get some kind of like tournament thing going on over here also. But what I try to always explain to people is you have to do the work. Like if there's something that you want to do, you have to do the work. You can't tell me about an idea and expect me to do the work. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to do the work. I can help you with the promoting of it. I can help you with the speaking of it. If there's anything logistically that I can help with, I'll help. But at the end of the day, you have to do the work. I realistically didn't tell them kids anything that I don't tell people on the regular. Somebody said, despite what people say about 6ix9ine, what he did with the internet, no one has ever done before. He literally built his own following on his own with drama. Yes, but he did it. And look, when he come out, it's gonna. Oh wow, there we go. When he come out, somebody's gonna capture that and make a fucked up ass picture about me. When he come, and it's gonna probably get me like 100 new subscribers. So let's go. It's gonna probably give me like 1,000 new subscribers. So let's go. G's Up said the Bunnies channel condones that stuff. We're cautious here, but they learned a lot today, which is you got to work. Like at the end of the day, you got to work. Like when I started doing YouTube, I didn't have nobody. I didn't know nobody on YouTube. I didn't know nothing. I was grinding for months. I was getting nowhere. I spoke to Doc Hicks. Doc Hicks. I hit Doc Hicks. I hit a couple of people up, but nobody returned any messages back to me that was nice. I hit Doc Hicks up on Twitter. I hit Doc Hicks up on Twitter. That's not Doc Hicks. I'm just showing y'all the Twitter. So I hit Doc Hicks up on Twitter. After I hit Doc Hicks up on Twitter, Doc Hicks gave me some advice. Um, I don't even use this thing. How do I find somebody's name directly? I don't know. This is old. It was years ago, so I would have to scroll back so far. I'm probably not even gonna be able to find it. Wow, this is crazy. I'm looking at my Twitter and I'm seeing how many people I was in conversations with that are that got the blue check. I was in, yo, why did I get off of Twitter? Why did I stop using Twitter? What in the hell? This is right here is a Harlem Globetrotter. Had the sports. Oh, because I was using Twitter for sports more than anything else. This is crazy. Is this guy following me? Because he only got 100. This dude's following. Oh man, yeah, this is crazy. Why did I stop using Twitter? Apparently, I'm just good at social media. And I didn't know. I wish I would have knew back then. Oh man, I was tapped in with all the sports people back then. Oh man, I didn't know I was winning. Shout out to that. I did not know I was winning. That happens sometime, by the way. Anyway, we gonna call it a wrap. We a little bit over 2 hours in. Yo, look, I appreciate everybody that pulled up today. You guys are the best. I appreciate everybody that donated to the chat today, donated to the channel today. Shout out to one person, Susan Bortz Burdell. Shout out to Susan Bortz Burdell for donating to Morning Coffee today. Appreciate you. No, I haven't seen that show, The Circle. I didn't even know it existed until just now. I'm laughing and shit. Yo, I did not know that I was winning on Twitter, yo. And yo, I'm about to say something else real quick. I used to tweet all the time, like talk all the time back and forth with people from Sports Center, and I just didn't think it was anything. Oh, shout out to Carrie Champion. Shout out to Carrie Champion. Carrie Washington. Shout out to Carrie Washington. She's actually gonna be leaving ESPN. She is I used to tweet with her. I used to not even tweet. We used to talk back and forth on Twitter a lot. No, I wasn't dating her, nothing like that. We wasn't talking like in that capacity. I'm just saying we used to have conversations on Twitter a lot. A lot of people down at ESPN I used to have conversations with a lot. They some pretty cool people over there, not for nothing. So shout out to Kerry Washington. I'm not sure why she's leaving. And also, I do not like Keyshawn Johnson. I just want to say that. I just want to say that right now. I do not like Keyshawn Johnson. I seen what you did that day when me and Carrie was tweeting back and forth, talking to each other. Okay, so Carrie Washington is dope. This is what happens. She goes to commercial break, and then she goes and she looks at her Twitter. So me and Kerry Washington used to, whenever I didn't have to go to work that day, when it was a day that I had off and I was home, me and Kerry Washington I'd be tweeting back and forth with her while her show was going on, and during the commercial break she'll be tweeting back at me and we'd be talking, chopping it up, right? So one day, freaking Keyshawn Johnson was in there, and Keyshawn, I just don't like him. I just do not like you, Keyshawn. I don't want to fight though. I don't want to fight though, because you got too much reach. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get on the inside, and you're a professional athlete, so I don't want no beef. But I don't like you. I want you. If you ever see this, I want you to know I don't like you. So me and Kerry Washington, is it Kerry Washington, right? Is going back and forth, right? And we enjoy it. And I know she's like, because she's laughing on the jump off, and she's laughing on the freaking TV. I'm watching it, and she's laughing on the TV, and she's laughing on the jump off. The conversation was like 3 years ago. Why the hell am I gonna go all the way back searching through my account for like 3-4 years to try to find a conversation? You know what? You're gonna get, big one. Shout out to you, just for even assuming that I'm lying about something like this. Peace out, everybody. Can we throw bags up? Can we throw bags up? I don't even know how to find conversations on Twitter. Can we throw bags up? Hit that dude dead in the face with his bags. Talk about, see, people like you out of here. I forgot what we was just bullshitting. We was just bullshitting, but we was talking sports, all right? But we was just bullshitting. And she talked to a lot of people. All right, so it's not like she's on Twitter she used to be on Twitter all the time on the show. This is not abnormal. Anyway, Keyshawn made a comment why was he throwing shade at me for? I'm just some random dude on Twitter. Anyway, Keyshawn, when they came out of the commercial break, Keyshawn made a comment throwing shade at me. And the only reason why I'm taking it like shade, because like 2 or 3 weeks earlier, when I was when me and her was tweeting, he popped up in her tweets and he was saying something. So I don't know if they was like dating. I don't know what that was about. But Keyshawn, I'm saying, some dude in the Bronx, you freaking used to play for the Jets. You have millions of dollars. I'm not a threat. Lucian said I was timed out. He said I was timed out, and 1 minute later, someone gets hit with their bags. It wasn't you though, right? So we good. What was I just about to say? Yeah, so screw Keyshawn. I don't like Keyshawn. Now every single time I see him talk, it just okay. So I'm gonna explain something to y'all. There's a difference from being confident and being arrogant, right? There's a big difference. We live in this world now where there's a lot of people that they're arrogant and they think that that arrogance, which is fake confidence, is confidence. So they think they're gonna go act like they're a big shot or behave like a big shot, so that makes them a big shot. So that kind of fucks it up for the rest of us. I'm not one of those type of people. So I might say something and somebody might be like, oh man, he's full of himself or whatever, but I'm really not full of myself. I probably just don't understand the situation. I'll give you a perfect example. I was somewhere filming something, doing something with Ladybug, and the place I was at, the person asked me what millimeter was my camera. I didn't know offhand. I was a little embarrassed about not knowing offhand. Keep it all stacked with you, but the thing that I was shooting, the person, pardon me, the person, the scene, the thing that I was shooting, the person I was shooting was only about 10 feet away from me. So I'm like, my camera cost $1,700. Like, it gotta be able to shoot somebody 10 feet away. Like, so that's how I'm thinking. But after I said it, I was like, damn, that probably seemed like I was bragging. I'm not really bragging. I'm just don't understand the comment. Like, the person is 10 feet away from me. My camera, like, you could look at my camera. Shout out to Ladybug, that's a fact. You could look at my camera. Like, why can't I shoot 10 feet? Like, that's what my brain is thinking. So I'm sitting there and I responded too quickly. I should have waited a little while longer and not respond. But while I was looking at him, he was just looking at me with like dead eyes. What's this for? Oh, all right. All right, James S. I will take no Ladybug slander. I will take zero Ladybug slander. Anyway, yeah, so that whole situation, I think that it was just a misunderstanding. But like after the fact, when I'm looking back at it, I'm like, they probably thought I was a dick. Like, they probably thought I was like some kind of egotistical, like, you understand what I'm saying? Because that's kind of, but that's not the way I meant it. I just really was like looking to get to my, like, she's only like 10 feet away. Like, like, how good does the camera have to be? Like, I don't understand. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I should have asked more questions. That too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things I could have done to so it could have been more appropriate. We're not using the N-word, homie. I don't even know how I let that go through. Yeah, there's a lot of things I could have did different to make the situation a little bit different. So that was on me. Anyway, wait, why did I tell y'all that whole story? Yeah, I think that's what I think that's what Ladybug is probably part of the Beetle family. I think that's what yeah, so I was just confused. But I think that's what like Keyshawn problem was like, and he was like with a smirk, like Keyshawn, like there's real confidence and there's fake confidence. That's what we was talking about. There's real confidence and then there's fake confidence. More people out here got fake confidence. Like I'm like, and I know that to be a fact because like I'm pretty certain. Like I don't even call what I have confidence anymore. I call it I'm pretty certain. You understand what I'm saying? Like the things I know I'm certain about, you can't shake my belief. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't even know if I want to call what I have confidence. You understand what I'm saying? I'm certain. You understand what I'm saying? And I think sometimes that gets people confused. Like I think sometimes people think that confidence is being blustery and big deal and waving arms and I'm the man, and I don't think that's what confidence is. I think confidence is being able to get into a situation and then do that thing. You understand what I'm saying? Like, have faith. You understand what I'm saying? That's a better way to put it. I think I just got faith in myself and in the Most High. Most High first and myself second. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't know. Maybe I don't understand how confidence works. You know what I'm saying? I just see a lot of people that have fake confidence. So I don't even like the word no more. I don't even like I don't really care for the word. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out here with fake confidence. They think they the shit, they act like they the shit, and then they really not. You know what I'm saying? Because none of us are the shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I love y'all. Everybody enjoy y'all day. We're gonna get up out of here. We not going to 3 hours. We're not doing it. Yo, let's go do something positive today. As far as let's boost somebody else up. Let's hold somebody else up today. Today, let's do that. Let's say something to somebody else that gets them in their bag in a positive way. Yeah, the Astros, wow, I wish you would have mentioned that earlier. There's a whole lot of shit going down. Uh they got they two major guys, they didn't fire them. They got suspended. Did they get fired also? I know they got suspended for a year from baseball, but I'm expecting Astros also fired them, but they also just got suspended from baseball, and I'm pretty sure they're not going to be allowed to back in because what no, but also they got suspended from baseball. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so my point being is I don't know what team is gonna want to rehire them and have that cloud hanging over their team. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you don't want that cloud hanging over your team. So their careers are probably over. Feel me? Over. Anyway, hey, look, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody. Everybody, I want y'all to just let's lift somebody else up today. Let's say something positive to somebody else. Get somebody else going on the right track. I think that's one of the things I miss most about being in a relationship, being able to just say stuff to somebody else or have somebody around me that I could just, cheerlead for. I like cheerleading. So if I it's dope when you're in a relationship with somebody because you could be their cheerleader, and sometimes that's good for the soul to have somebody that you could push on and cheer for and you want to win. So that's what I'm trying to say. So, that's something I miss. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang, hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.